Hi, Gemini. Welcome to Dream Profit. This is your teen reading. I'm doing week to week. Let's start off with your first week. All right, accelerated motion, friendship, and progress. It's very interesting because both the first and the third card really speaks to me of quick movement. We have a shooting star right here, and then this is charging forward, full steam ahead, and being in control, having the reins, and really moving forward. So I feel like there is something that you've been wanting, sort of a wish of yours. This is wishes coming true as well as fast movement. So it's almost like the wish you made upon this star is coming in so quickly, and it's connected to a friend. So either a friend is helping you, or this involves a friend, or it could be connecting with a new friend here, and then charging forward with this person full steam ahead. This is a very good thing. Second week. Okay, so something occurs, a situation occurs that does cause you some sadness and disappointment. That is the Three of Swords here. And it's connected to your empowerment. So it may throw you off your game. You feel, perhaps you're feeling disempowered. This says you're more powerful than you realize. It's safe for you to be more powerful. So perhaps something that's occurred temporarily, like I said, throws you off balance. But just know that you have the skills and the abilities to be able to move past through this disappointing situation that perhaps has affected you emotionally. I feel that there is an element of teaching here as well, because there's awareness. So there's something that you need to learn from this situation, and that you will have that awakening, and it's very important. And this awakening perhaps has to do with you being more empowered, or really taking on more of a leadership role and stepping into your power. So almost it's forcing you to take a look at yourself and realizing that you're more powerful than you realize. And in the third week, we have truth, a new dawn, and wisdom. So I feel like you've really learned this lesson. You have had that aha moment, and you've learned something from it. It almost looks like she has a disc here as well. So I'm feeling that you've also learned that, first of all, you have the skills to create what you need to create, and that this is going to bring in abundance for you. This new dawn here is to let you know that the worst has happened and you've moved on from it. So you have empowered yourself to move forward. Now, the truth card, this is the judgment card. Sometimes I see this as karmic justice, or a second chance. The universe has looked at your situation and realizes that you've paid your debt, your karmic debt, and now you are going to receive rewards. So a better future is in store for you. As you see behind, the sun is shining, it's brighter, and you've learned from this situation that has occurred, and you can move forward to be able to create your own abundance in the future. And in the fourth week, and it's very interesting because you had friendships in the first week, and in the fourth week you end in friendship as well, and it's connected to a soulmate relationship. So I feel that this lesson that you learned has really, really paid off, and the universe is really going to give you something that has a huge reward. When I see this card, this is either a very large contract, it could be any huge amount of windfall or money coming your way. Generally, I feel this is more earned income rather than an inheritance, but it could be. But I feel too that it's connected to someone significant in your life who happens to also be a very good friend. So maybe this friendship is becoming more of a deeper connection between the two of you, and that is creating huge abundance in your life. So the partnership that you have together is really going to help bring in a lot of abundance for both of you. And when you have someone in your life, I mean, I read the back here, when you're mirrored with love, you see yourself clearly. When you're with someone who does love you, it's incredible that what they're actually doing is mirroring what's within yourself as well, and that you can see that love within yourself and be able to make really good decisions moving forward, and seeing just what you offer the world and yourself and others, with regards to abundance. And that could be abundance in love, finances, support, anything like that, because I really feel that this here is in all aspects. This, again, the sun is shining behind you, and your future and your world is certainly brighter and happier. And it is the number 9. So whatever you've gone through in the past, this is your reward for all the hard work that you've done, and perhaps that you did together with a friend. There was a wish that you had together. You went full steam ahead. You had some upsetting disappointments along the way, but it really paid off in the end. All right, let's take a look at love. All right, we have romantic feelings. This is for singles. Stay optimistic about your love life, deception, and passion. All right, so I want to bring them all together here because of this friendship. There could be a friend here that you're starting to have more feelings for on a romantic level. That could be the situation for those who are single at the moment. You're seeing your friend in a different light, perhaps. Yeah, and it's definitely saying your feelings are real and worth exploring. So this friendship is definitely worth exploring. Full steam ahead here. Maybe they're the wish that you've been hoping for this whole time. Second week, you do see that you've had some disappointing news, some heartache here. Emotional pain of some sort. But it's really saying stay optimistic about your love life, stay positive. Don't give up on this relationship. You know, something has occurred that certainly not pleasing to you. However, it's not something, you know, it could be, again, something that you needed to learn and not to give up on. Something, it could just be a friendship. Right away is to work on it, give it some space, perhaps have a good chat with each other and stay positive throughout the process. In the third week, again, I do see a new dawn. Things are getting better. There's a judgment from the universe that because you've learned the lesson. And maybe that lesson is with regards to deception. Maybe you were deceived. Maybe you deceived someone. Maybe you're not showing someone who you really are, or vice versa. And this could be the other person that you're dealing with, and you had to learn that hard lesson is not to take people at face value because there's something deeper, you know. And this doesn't necessarily have to be with the same person. This could be something from the past that, you know, you don't want to affect your other relationships. But it's really about being authentic in relationships, so that you can see the person behind the mask and you're not projecting, you know, your issues onto them and vice versa. And in the fourth week, it looks like, you know, you really are connecting with this person. And we have the soulmate, friendship, and passion. So allow your heart and soul to sing with joy. So this is a time to really enjoy each other's company. Okay. And again, for those who are still single, it could just be a friendship. It's someone very dear to you that that you really want to spend more time with each other, and maybe the friendship has deepened, but it doesn't necessarily mean that it has to go into a more romantic relationship. There may be feelings for you or the other person have for you, but it doesn't necessarily mean you have to move to that stage, unless you want to. All right, and now we'll look at partnerships for Gemini. Partnerships. A card came out I wasn't going to pick it, but it jumped out, so I got to take it. New love, trust, healing family issues, and calling in your soulmate. It's very interesting. A lot of these cards are have come up for other signs. Seems to be a similar trend for partnerships, and it's interesting because for these cards I would think that it would be more for the singles, but it comes up, so I have to say it. So for those who are partnered up, it looks like you're getting a fresh perspective on the relationship, and perhaps maybe even thinking about how you were together when you first started dating, and recapturing that feeling of new love again. There may be a small group of you who, and this may be, coming into this week, finding someone new, and maybe have left a serious relationship and found someone new moving forward. But I think for the majority, it's just about a refreshing perspective on the existing relationship, and just recapturing, that butterfly feeling, or that newness between the two of you. The second week, perhaps you are trusting each other a little bit more, because you've had an opportunity to recapture some of that love that you had in the beginning. So there's a real trust here, and for others, there could be an issue of trust. Can you trust that you still have the feelings, and are they strong enough to get you through? I mean, I do see the angel here, so you have the universe behind you supporting this relationship. So, if a situation comes up, because I have to look here at the heartache and loss, perhaps an emotional situation has come up. Perhaps someone has cheated in this relationship, and trust is an issue at this point, but the universe is saying don't give up everything. This relationship need a lot of work, but there is something also that you need to learn from this experience moving forward that could still keep you together, but you definitely have to work on this trust issue. As in the third week, I see healing family issues. Maybe it is an issue with regards to the family that needs to be dealt with, and maybe it is something karmic that has to be dealt with and released and forgiven to move forward, to have this new lease on love, this new environment within the relationship, and to heal the whole family unit once you understand where the other person is coming from, or if this could be you and you're wanting your partner to understand something about you. And then it says calling in your soulmate. Your prayers, affirmations, visualizations help bring you together. And it's really interesting because soulmate relationship here is here again with friendship. So I really feel like you're really connecting with the universe, whatever your beliefs are. If you have strong beliefs to God, or your angels, or past loved ones who assist you with your relationship, you're really calling them in and asking that they help keep you positive and bring the two of you together and keep you together in case something did occur, something that was devastating, this heartache and loss. I'm picking up on something else. There may be someone out there that this heartache and loss is, they've lost someone. They lost their significant other. They just have to have faith that this was destined to happen. It has nothing to do with them. They have to tend to their family right now and heal and help the children through this loss, and know that their significant other is still around them, and to continue talking to them because their energy is around you still. I'd like to pick another card for you, for those of you who are actually going through that. Engagement. Yeah, for those of you who have lost a loved one, they are still around you, and it just means that the relationship has deepened to a different level. In spirit, they are still connected to you very strongly, and they're hoping to communicate with you So if you want, you can still be open to that. For others who have had a disappointment where there has been some huge, could be, it could be a third party situation, it could be cheating, it could be something devastating to the relationship where trust was an issue, and that you had to heal it, and that you asked for the universe to help bring you back together, and you're coming back together again. Okay, and so perhaps for some of you it was someone new coming in that affected the relationship, and it doesn't mean that you have to separate. I feel like you have strength to get through this, and it's to let you know that you're very powerful in the situation, that you don't have to give up either. But there is something here that you do need to become aware of to move forward, and to leave this pain and heartache in the past, and to move forward into something, a brighter future. Whether or not it is with the same person or not, that is up to you. Some of you will stay and work on the relationship, and others will decide to move on for something different. But I really feel like it doesn't necessarily have to be cheating either. It could just be something traumatic. It could have been, this emotional pain could have come from outside the family, and that you're healing as a family, and you want to still stay together. You're not allowing it to affect the family unit. All right. I would like to leave you with a message from the Number Oracle app, and I'd like to thank those who did purchase the app, and thank you to all my subscribers. I really appreciate your support, and I'd like to give you this additional message. So this is for Gemini 14. Your number for the month is 1. Let's see what that has to say here. You are now on solid ground and have built a strong foundation. Nothing can knock you off kilter. You have learned from the past and created a strong financial footing, positioning yourself better in the material world. And I really feel we found this in the final week here. You really have. We see the abundance there. We see the soulmate, the friendship, deeper bonds, bringing larger rewards. So I'll leave you with that, and I wish you a very good rest.